They hit my park patrol car. 10-4 him, 3-1. Supervisors to respond to this location. 10-4, 2 Animal 9.
You guys okay?
2 Animal 9.
You okay?
Okay. What's the location?
2901 Eastern Avenue.
That's what I get for playing.
10-4. And were you in the vehicle, sir? Are you okay?
Were you okay? I'm so sorry.
No, nobody was in the car.
Thank God.
We just only got hit by number 3.
You guys okay?
Pokemon Go is causing people in the U.S. to act really American. As Pokemon Go fever is spreading across the U.S., so too are accidents and all-round craziness caused by the ridiculously popular mobile app. People are even willing to risk their lives to play the game. 21-year-old Michael Baker was out playing the game in Forest Grove, Oregon, around 1 a.m. on Monday morning when he was stabbed. He ran into someone he thought was playing the game, but when he asked him if he wanted to battle, the stranger stabbed him in the shoulder. But rather than go to the hospital to get treated, he continued playing Go instead. Weatherman Bobby Deskins with WTSP-10 in Florida was live on air when news anchor Allison Croft walked right across the set in front of him and his weather map while looking for Pokemon. One Brooklyn player was playing in Prospect Park at night and walking towards a lure while live streaming when he was smart enough to fall into a lake. An upstate New Yorker was playing the game in Auburn on Tuesday night when he drove off the road and slammed right into a tree. Luckily, the driver was not seriously hurt, although the same can't be said for his car. A 15-year-old Pennsylvania girl was hit by a car on Tuesday around 5 p.m. after crossing a busy highway after she had just found a Pokemon. Wonder how long it'll take before Pokemon Go claims its first fatality.
The quest to catch them all continues. Take a look at this crowd. This is unbelievable. Of Pokemon Go users mobilizing into action right here in New York City after reports that a Vaporeon, this is one of the characters. It's a very sought-after character, as you can see.
Oh my God! It's a special Pokemon.
It's a special Pokemon.
Yeah, it can morph into like 18 different Pokemon.
Exactly. Well, it popped up in New York City Central Park. One man, I'm talking a grown-up, even jumped out of his car, left the engine running in the middle of New York City in pursuit of that rare.
Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Really? You gotta catch them all, man.
The rush for the app Pokemon Go affects everyone, regardless of who is actually a participant. This augmented reality game, suitable for all audiences, has become the undisputed worldwide star of the past few weeks. The trend has also reached the Vatican, where rumor has it Arceus, the Pokemon god, is located.
I was looking for a Pokemon. He said it was a legendary, so I came here and looking for that Pokemon. But I think it's not very, it's difficult to find that. Because he said me to enter to the Holy Door, so now I'm looking for my friend.
According to players, any time of day is perfect to hunt for Pokemons, even if it means having to deal with hundreds of tourists. There are several sites where one can search for these creatures. For example, the window where the Pope prays the Angelus or the fountains of St. Peter's Square.
I've been walking around here playing Pokemon Go for the last couple of days in between just activities and tours. It's been quite fun.
According to a study from a brand of bracelets that records physical activity, Pokemon Go users have doubled their walking distance after having downloaded the application.
It's got me outside a lot more than I have been recently. So I've walked probably 30, 40 kilometers playing it over the last week.
I have played close to the Vatican, and I have to admit, it's a good hobby. Certainly, there are times you have to be careful around you to avoid incidents. It's a fun and good app, but should be played carefully and responsibly.
Some users have suffered accidents, like not looking before
Police
crossing.
say it's becoming an all-too-familiar story. A person playing the new game Pokemon Go ending up in a dangerous situation. In the U.S. state of New York, a 28-year-old crashed his car head-on into a tree while trying to catch them all as the game implores.
He told the officers, "You're going to laugh at me," because they asked him how it happened. He says, "I was playing the Pokemon Go."
Players looking for Pokemon in the U.S. state of Pennsylvania searched for some in a cemetery. They didn't notice signs saying the gates closed at night. They were locked in, and police had to come bail them out.
You forget that you're part of a real world, a reality world. So if there's a Pokemon out in the street, for instance, you don't want to run across the street and not be observing the traffic or the vehicles. You could get hurt.
There has even been a shooting involving Pokemon Go players. In the U.S. state of Florida, 2 teens were roaming a neighborhood late at night when a homeowner mistook them for burglars. He ended up shooting at the teenagers as they tried to leave in their car. Police say this raises serious concerns about trespassing and playing the game where perhaps it shouldn't be played at all. That includes the memorial at the former Nazi death camp at Auschwitz. Museum employees are asking visitors to not play the game on the property. There are advisories not to cross boundaries into restricted areas of other public attractions like zoos.
It's going to end up not being a whole lot of fun. Even if they don't get injured by an animal, if they're found by zoo employees, most likely they're probably going to be escorted out of the zoo.
All of this is doing little to dampen the excitement surrounding Pokemon Go, and there are many upsides to the game. Because it involves people moving and exploring the outdoors, players are more active.
Anything is possible these days. If as long as it's nothing violent and they're having fun, they're getting exercise at the same time, and they're not hurting anybody, it's no problem with us.
Mike Welder, CCTV.
This is what Pokemon Go in New York City looks like at Central Park. Alright, let us move.
That's what I get for playing.
10-4, and were you in the vehicle, sir?